Hey everybody, welcome to Oldehadleyvintage. I'm Jeffrey. So good to have you here this afternoon with me. As I told you, I would try to get something put up on my channel this week before my live sale this Sunday at 7 p.m. Guys, I hit a estate sale today. I hit several Goodwills, and yeah, and I also hit one of my local flea markets. I am exhausted, to say the least, but what I have found and picked up for you guys is going to blow your mind, I think. At least I hope. So be sure to comment in the section below. Wow.
Welcome to Oldehadleyvintage, where stories of the past come alive. Nostalgia in every corner, an antique paradise to revive. Antique glass and vintage dishes, holiday items, bric-a-brac galore. Step inside, let your heart make wishes, something for everyone to explore.
Well, are you guys ready for this epic thrift haul? Now, before I get into it, I want to let you know that none of this stuff, as you guys know how I'm like obsessed with like cleaning things. None of this has been cleaned. And the estate sale that I picked this morning was a little bit gross, to say the least. But you get a chance to see what I get right off the bat before I clean it all up for you guys and bring it to a sale. So you get to see it in the raw. And yeah, it's I got quite a bit. And honestly, what I'm going to show you isn't even a tip of the iceberg. I have so much more that I've found. And this is the second time that I've actually went to this estate sale, because this estate is so big that they are actually having 3 of them. Just to clear out this particular estate, because it's so massive. But without getting into that, I wanted to get into this thrift haul and show you what I found. So this morning, got up really early, got my coffee. Pumpkin spice coffee is already out. We have our local Cumberland Farms, which is like a Wawa or something of that sort where you might live. And they have pumpkin spice coffee already. So I had my pumpkin spice coffee, and I was like, you know what? It's fine. I can deal with this because I love pumpkin spice. And off I went. Met Chris, picked him up, and off we went to this estate sale. And we were there for probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and found some incredible things. And stuff just keeps coming out from the basement, from the attic. There's 2 rooms out back. There's a shed, there's a barn, this place is massive, guys. And I'm very, very thrilled with what I found. So let's start with some of this. I know you guys know exactly what this is right off the bat. EAPG. I didn't identify any of this stuff yet, and it's in the raw. Look at how nasty it is. It's so gross. Ugh. It's covered with all kinds of, as I say, schmutz. See how dirty it is? See how grimy it is? But I will clean this puppy up and it'll be nice and clean. And it seems to be, from what I found when I was in there, because you kind of have to grab things quick when you're at an estate sale, or else you snooze, you lose. Somebody else will grab it. So I think this is in pretty good condition from what I felt. And these little teeth around the edges are notorious for getting chipped, and I don't see any right now. But again, with a fine-tooth comb, I will go through it when I clean it. So I found that. This is really beautiful. It's almost like a square plate. Really pretty. I'm gonna have to like put stuff over here, like on one of my chairs, just so that I have room here to grab stuff. More EAPG. Look at this. Is this not beautiful? Don't know the pattern yet. And yes, all this stuff glows, by the way. I did bring my glow light with me. You guys probably won't see anything right now because the sun's coming in. That's why I wanted to quickly do a thrift haul for you guys. It's, 3:30 right now, Eastern Standard Time. So I wanted to, sunlight's burning. So I wanted to make sure I get at this quickly. But it does have a glow to it. You just can't see it right here, but it's really beautiful. At first when I picked it up and I said, oh my gosh, it's chipped, but it's not chipped. That's actually a bubble in the glass, if you can see that. So there is a bubble in the glass, and I think that's why most people left it there. So just look at that. I don't know if that'll show up, but yeah, you can see the bubble. Yeah, there you go. It looks like a chip, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a bubble in the glass. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I picked that up. That's really cool. Try to put things over here without breaking it. And of course I'm in the raw today too, because I'm covered in dust. I can't wait to go upstairs and take a shower. I'm like covered in dust. Now you guys are probably recognizing my shirt. You guys probably had one of these near where you lived. Yes, I got so many comments on this today. I remember Grant's. I remember Grant's. Well, Grant's was a great store, and unfortunately they're out of business now, but it's an old store that used to be in our area as well as other areas, possibly around the country. If you had a Grant's near you, leave a comment below and let me know, I remember when I was really little going into one with my grandmother, but being that little, you don't have that many memories of it, but I'm sure my mom and my gram did. Now, let's see, with some more EAPG. I found this the other day and I did wash it. Look at this beautiful thing. Is this not gorgeous? I do not know the maker yet of this. It does have some roughness on the top. There are cute few chips on these little tips on the top here. But when you spin it around, you don't even see them. You don't even see any of the damage. But this is damaged as well. But I grabbed it. This I found at the Goodwill the other day, and I had to have that. It was just so pretty. And this does glow as well. So this is older. Again, don't know the maker, haven't looked it up. Let me see if I have any more EAPG. Don't have any more EAPG here in front of me. Or do I? Yes, I do. One more little piece here. Let's see if this is okay. Yeah. So the guy that owned this estate where I went owned an antique shop. And I guess the front portion of his house or whatever was the antique shop. And yeah, it was pretty epic, guys. Another little pedestal. It's probably very similar to that plate. No, they're all different. I thought it was similar, but it's not. But I'll look the patterns up on the EAPG website and I'll find out what this is. But really pretty. So I found that. That's really pretty. So at least those are okay. Some vintage Christmas. Look at this. I found that. What is this piece of string or something hanging here? I can get the string off of here. Well, I don't know. It's stuck in there, but I'll pull it out. It's like a piece of thread or something. It probably had a price tag on it. But anyway. So I found this old Santa Claus. He's got thread back here too. I don't know, maybe they had it like hanging or something. I'll cut all that off. But fantastic plastic. There's Santa and his presents and all that. You guys may remember this from your childhood. I think we had one of these too when I was growing up. We had it on top of the television set. Yeah. He's got his 4 reindeer. I don't know. The other 4 flew the coop. Doesn't he have 8? Yeah, 8 flying reindeer, so I don't know. So, yeah, I found these guys. These are great. And speaking of Christmas, this one I found at one of the flea markets, not at the estate sale. But I found these great salt and pepper shakers. Look at these guys. Aren't they cute? Mr. and Mrs. Santa, Merry Christmas. And he's got some paper stuck to his shoe here. Maybe he went to the bathroom and he got toilet tissue stuck to his shoe. Is that what happened? I don't know. But anyway, they're in good shape, I think. I don't see any issues, but I haven't gone over them with a fine-tooth comb yet. But even if they do have a little nick or whatever, they're still cute for display, but really cute. Mr. and Mrs. Santa, right? So there's those. And then I found, and this is going back to the estate sale, this ruby flashed candy jar. How pretty is this? There's no etchings on it at all. And again, these are not washed, so that's why they're kind of, see how nasty they are? They're kind of gloomy looking, kind of bleh. And yeah, the old price tags from the guy that owned it, yeah. So, peel those off. So I found that, and then right next to it was this pretty little candy dish. And this one is etched, or cut. Actually, I think this is cut. Yeah, that's cut. So this is cut glass, and you can see how nasty it is. It's gotta be washed. But it has its matching top. So I found that. And then I found this cool thing. Now look at that. It's one of those old choppers. Look at this medieval torture device. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. They remind me of bats. Don't they? Doesn't it look like a bat? Yeah, can you imagine getting something in there and you just chop away at whatever it is? I'm guessing they would probably use this for like walnuts or maybe on a bar to like muddle something, to like muddle lemons or limes for a drink. I'm not really sure. And let's see. It says the bands indicate 4, 8, and 12 ounce capacity, and it's a total of 20 ounces. 4, 8, and 12. So it goes 4, 8, and 12. And then it has a 20 ounce capacity. Not sure of the maker, I gotta look this up yet, but I'll tell you the top on it is really heavy. Not exactly sure what it's made of, but boy, is this heavy. And again, these are not cleaned up yet, so once I get these things cleaned up and then research and find out what the heck this stuff is. There we go. All right, similar glass. This was, I found at a Goodwill. Beautiful ladle, right? Glass ladle. And I saw it sitting there and I'm like, oh, that's something new. And then I saw some scratches on the bottom and I said, I had my blacklight with me and I'm glad I did because guess what? It glows. So this is an older piece and it's some sort of a serving ladle. And it's clear, there's no etchings on it or anything. I'm not exactly sure of the maker, but it did have some scratches on it and stuff, and I'm glad I had my trusty little blacklight with me in my pocket. And sure enough, so I'll put that over there. Now, speaking of glow, look at this decanter, guys. I found this at the flea market. Is this not stunning? Look at the top. These little diamond cuts are on the top. And it's all glass, and there's no chips on it. Well, there's some little tiny little flea bites, but not like the chunks of chips you usually see on these. And yeah, really nice. Wait till I clean this up. And this thing look at that. You can even see it in the sunlight. This thing glows like crazy. The whole bottle and everything glows like crazy. I could not believe it. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna grab that. I bet you somebody would like a nice decanter. Put your Listerine in here. Put it up on your vanity upstairs in your bathroom. Imagine how fancy that would be to pour out your Listerine every morning. That's all right. Give yourself a fancy gargle. Let's see. I think that's all the glass. That I want to talk to you about because I found that. Now this is really cool, and I think this glows too. Yes, this does glow. Now this is a organizer for a desk. Now look how nasty it is. It's kind of gross. It's kind of nasty looking, but. Now I would assume they use this for like, ink wells and the whole 9 yards, but paper clips, rubber bands, binder clips, whatever, your pens, your pencils. Can you imagine? How awesome is this? And this thing is heavy. Wow. So I had to pick that up. I thought that was neat. That was at the estate sale. You can tell just by the way how dirty it is. So I found that at the estate sale. That was cool to find. Let's see if I can continue on with everything from the estate sale. Lots of milk glass. I know I have a lot of milk glass lovers out there, so I found a lot of milk glass, guys. Are you ready for this? This platter is incredible, but it's nasty right now, so please forgive the dirtiness. Again, I did not clean it yet, but look at how nasty it is. But I'm gonna just hold it back. Look at how big it is. And I think, I don't have my rulers over there. I don't feel like getting up and get it, but I would imagine from end to end, it's probably at least 12 inches. It has to be. And it is amazing. It's not marked on the bottom. I thought it was like Westmoreland or something. It's marked with a number 16. So maybe it's 16 inches across. I don't know. But these almost look like hearts, don't they? So perfect for Valentine's Day if you want to put like a Valentine's Day cake on here. Not as it is, of course, once I wash it and clean it and send it to you. But really, really nice. So I found that because I know you guys love your milk glass. And I don't know why I picked this up. I think I inadvertently threw it in because then once I saw it, I was like, why do I have this? Because this is a bottom to a, like a cheese, like with a cheese dome, you know? It does have a tiny little roughness on one tip here. Maybe, yeah, actually there's a little chip there, and then there's also a chip on the inside. It is hobnail, so I'm not sure. And if any of this stuff that's chipped or broken, you guys are interested and you want me to bring it to a sale, I know I was talking about doing that misfit sale, but guys, I was starting to accumulate so much of it, I ended up getting rid of it. I just redonated it all. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up to that. Now I'm noticing now just with the sunlight, this does have a ring of fire on it. So this is older milk glass. It does have the ring of fire. It's probably hard to see holding it up there, but yeah, unfortunately it does have some damage. But I don't know, somebody might want it for just like, even for the base for a plant. Like if you have like a fern or whatever and you want to just have something to set it in so it doesn't leak all over your good furniture, you know? But, you know, hey, it is what it is. And then I found this here. This is like a little nappy, and I'm guessing this is Fenton. Cute little nappy dish, hobnail, beautiful little handle on it. And of course it's all bleh right now, but I'll clean it up for you, of course. It's not marked, so it's definitely pre-1971. And it doesn't look like there's any damage on it, so that's good. It's a nice little ruffle on the top, going around the edge. And it's all white. It doesn't have the, oh, it does have a little bit of a little tiny chip on it right there. But once I clean it up, maybe it'll look all right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Anything that's really damaged, I'm just gonna redonate to like, I'll donate this stuff to the Goodwill. Found this over at the flea market, and this is in perfect condition. Not a flaw on it. It is perfect. Really pretty. Really nice white candy dish. So I found that. This I found, I'm not sure where I found this, but perfect for autumn. I'm gonna be doing a little pre-autumn sale this coming Sunday. So I'll have a lot of amber colored glass. And of course, you know me and my feet and my legs. There we go, there's the feet and the legs. But what a cool pattern on that. I'm not exactly sure, that might be Fenton. I'm not sure. I gotta look it up. Could be Ellie Smith, I'm not sure. Beautiful pattern on it though. Reminds me of cabbage. Let's see, what else? What else? More milk glass. So I have this beautiful milk glass here. This thing is huge and heavy. It's a 3-divided dish. Don't know the maker. Almost reminds me of the Doric pattern from Jeanette. But, you know, again, I'll look it up and figure out what this is. And now that I'm here, I can go through it really carefully. Yeah, and there's no damage on it at all. Oh, and it's marked on the bottom, Westmoreland Glass, WG. There's the mark on the bottom. Yeah. So that's and it's heavy. Wow. 3 divided dish. Put your olives, pickles, and I don't know, cheese, I don't know. Whatever. And let's see, some more milk glass. Found this really cool cruet here. Now, this is probably Fenton. The only problem, oh, it's marked on the bottom. I can't read that. Definitely marked with a number 3, but it's, you know, dirty as all heck. And the only thing is with this is the stopper is stuck inside. So I've got to use my New England ingenuity and get that out for you. Ooh. I don't know if you can hear that. It squeaks a little bit. So I'll try to get that out. And they originally had a pair of these. And by the time I got there, there was only one left. Because I wanted to get a pair for you guys. But unfortunately, somebody grabbed the other one. They probably didn't want to deal with that. So that's probably why it was still there. Yeah. So let's see. Let's continue on here. What didn't I show you? So I found this. Now this, where did I find this? Was this at the flea market? I think this was at the flea market. Really cool jar. It's got a hazel atlas lid on it. It's got that milk glass hazel atlas on the inside. See that? And the zinc lid. And the jar is in perfect condition. And I'm not sure who the maker of the jar is, but I'll do a little research. I'll see if I can figure it out. But it's just got a cool pattern on it. And I thought you guys would like that. If you wanted to put decant something in there, rice or whatever, and you could just put one of your own little labels on the front of that. It's kind of cool. Thought that was neat. Look at this. Are you ready for this? I love this thing. Look at that. Beautiful fan vase. Now I'm thinking this might be Dugan. I'm not sure. I have to do a little research further, but I think it might be Dugan. But I will check it out. Really, really beautiful fan vase. It's very dirty inside. I gotta clean it and stuff. And it does have a piece, I think, is that the glass? Let me see. No, that was just something dirty. No, it was just the dirt. Yeah, so I gotta clean that out because it's got some schmutz inside. But once that's cleaned up, it's gonna look really pretty. Look at that, look at the iridescence. Isn't that nice? I love that. Very, very cool. And probably about, I would say maybe 7 inches tall. Really cute. Oh, more milk glass. Little milk glass basket. Kind of cute. I think I had this before. It's got some grapes on it, the grape design. But it's cute nonetheless, for those of you who like your milk glass. And I just saw over there hiding underneath something. I have some beautiful silver crest. Look at this. Is this not pretty or what? Look at this. Now this has a tiny little chip on the inside. Where's the little chip? Just felt it. Where the heck is it? See, you feel it and then you don't see it. Yeah, tiny little chipper right there. Little, see it? Little flea bite right there. But you don't even see it. So overall, it's a perfect dish. You know, silver crust with that glass edge. I don't know if this glows or not. Let me see. I know some of you like to know. It might. I have to see it in the dark more so. Let me look down here. Yeah, very little though. Not by much. But a beautiful candy dish, you know, nonetheless. And then I found, not sure of the pattern here. This pattern looks really, really, really familiar. You know what this might be? Florentine. This might be that yeah, it is, actually, it is. It's that Florentine pattern that I had the other day. I had some, what was it, the pink, was it pink depression glass? And it was in that Florentine pattern, or was it green? No, it was those little green cups that I sold. I think those went to Jenny Mac. I think she got those little tiny green juice glasses in the Florentine number 2 pattern. Well, this is also Florentine. It's the same pattern. And I just have to figure out, is it Florentine number 1 or Florentine number 2? Which is very hard to tell because they're very, very similar. I don't know why they had 2 patterns of the same, with the same, name, but anyway, you can see how nasty and schmutzy it is. See it? It's got all these little spots all of it. I'll clean it. It'll look a lot better. So I found that. All right, guys, if you're warning ahead of time, if you guys are afraid of like baby dolls, these don't creep me out. I don't like baby dolls because baby dolls kind of freak me out, but found these and they're just absolutely adorable, and they're in beautiful condition, and they're porcelain, and they're just really, really cute. They're not, normally they creep me out, but these aren't too bad. Look at her. Isn't she cute? Look at those blue eyes. She's got a beautiful little white gown on. Maybe it's her christening gown. She's got porcelain arms, or, well, let me see. No, I would say like maybe her forearm to her hand is porcelain. And then her legs are porcelain. And then her body is just stuffed with fluff, like Winnie the Pooh. So, and she's got, her whole head is porcelain, of course, and she's, covered up with her bonnet. So she's really cute. And then I got this other baby doll. This one has kind of like a, I don't know. No, oh, she's got in her, and one of them has a pair of socks. I think it was this. It was either this one or that. No, I think it was the other one I showed you. Has a pair of socks. And then here's the other doll. There she is, and same thing, same type of composition. It's got the porcelain hands and legs. See, there's the legs, and then it has the porcelain head. So I'm not sure if any of you guys are interested in this, and please leave comments below. Let me know, is there anything here that was like, wow, or anything that would be like, or Jeff, why did you pick that up? Leave a comment below. Let me know. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for me too. I would appreciate that. All right. And thank you to all my new subscribers out there, and welcome. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my content. I don't do thrift hauls very often because I usually don't have the time to do them. But today I said, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to do one and make sure I get something out for you folks so you have something to watch. All right. Another porcelain doll, kind of like a Christmas doll. And she says she's a collector's doll presented by Sears, Roebuck and Company. And she's got a little card that comes along with her. Not exactly sure how old she is. There's no year on it, but it was probably just like a collector's series, but perfect for Christmas if you do like a Christmas motif or you have a Victorian tree or whatever. I might save her for around Christmas time and maybe tuck like one of those little faux gifts under her arm, or maybe like a little bottle brush tree or something. I'll come up with something for you. I think it'll look kind of cute. We all know what's coming up first though, right? Before we get to Christmas and Thanksgiving, Halloween. Look at this cool blow mold jack-o'-lantern bucket I found. Now you can make this into a light if you want. Just put a light in through the bottom or something. Put one of those puck lights in here. It's really dirty. I have to wash it out yet. And I do have another one of these somewhere, but this is an older one because it has that thin hanger, or holder, I should say, handle. Yeah, he's really cool. I thought he was neat, so I grabbed him. So yeah, I liked him. And then any of you guys like swing frames like I do? Swing frames are awesome. Well, not only the swing frame, but wait till you see who's in it. And I'm sure you can guess if I say her famous saying, "Why don't you come up and see me sometime?" You guys know who I'm talking about already, right? Those of you that know who she is, Mae West. Look at this. How cool is that? Beautiful swing frame. And you've got Mae West's picture in there. Now, I don't believe that's an actual autograph. It was probably something where somebody maybe sent her a fan letter, and then they usually would package up one of these in an envelope and send it out to somebody. But it's already pre-signed. So that may have been her signature, but it's not an actual signature. It's probably just printed on there. Now, if you don't want Mae West in there, you can just, now the back, I warn you, the back is nasty. So here we go. I'm gonna show you exactly what it looks like. See how the back is kind of nasty? You can put some beautiful paper back here to cover that up, but it does have the original nails. You can pull the nails out, take her picture out, and you can replace it with one of your loved ones or what have you. But it's a beautiful swing frame. It's all wooden. It's kind of like a, I would guess it's like almost like a silver colored paint to it. So I don't know if originally it was just wood and then somebody painted it. Possibly, not really sure. Because the bottom, you can see the bottom is the original wood. But you can always remove the paint if you wanted or keep it like it is. But it looks very Art Deco to me. I'd probably keep it the way it is. So it was probably done a long time ago. So I found that. I thought that was kind of cool. And then, are you ready for this? This is awesome. Now I have I have a percolator that I found a while ago. I think I showed you guys on another thrift haul. And it has these beautiful like ivory colored Bakelite handles to it. But the inside of it, the basket that's attached to the stem where it percolates from, is very etched at the bottom. And I did clean it very, very well. It's immaculately clean, but it's heavily etched. So I'm not sure if anybody would be interested in it or not. I'm eventually going to bring it to a sale and see if you guys are interested. And I did order a cord for it because I didn't have a cord. So believe it or not, they still make cords for these things. I couldn't believe it. So I did order a brand new cord for it. So it doesn't have the fabric cord like this one I'm about to show you. Yep, now I just gave it away. But this one here is really cool. You ready for this? Check this out. Look at that. How neat is this, guys? And it has these stripes. I'm guessing this is Bakelite here. And these little bun feet. The bun feet are wood. And it's made by Perk-O-Matic. Do not immerse in water, it says. Keystoneware. Now, I'm not Peak-O-Matic, Perk-O-Matic. I don't know if I said Peak-O-Matic, but it's Perk-O-Matic. Now, it's all taped up. It's got its glass top. And, of course, when I'm at the Goodwill, I always peek through it because I am not going to buy something unless it has all its guts. And this has all its guts. Now, this is in really good shape. So it has its little basket and its little percolating stem. And it does have its cord on the inside. There it is. That's speckled cord. So it has everything. So that's why I picked this up. So I may bring this to the sale on Sunday because the other one, it's just, I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is once I clean that one up, well, it is already cleaned up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run some coffee through it and I'll just give it a try and I'll see how it tastes and go from there. But it's cool because, you know, they have these little dispensers on the front and that's what they would do for parties. If you had a little buffet or a party at your house, you'd percolate some coffee in this and then you'd have your little handle spigot here to pour yourself a cup of coffee. Everybody can help themselves. But very deco looking with these little handles with the red stripes in there. It's black with red stripes. Or almost like an orangey stripe. Actually, it's more orange than anything. Wow, if you're having a Halloween party, could you imagine? How cool would that be? Yeah. And there's where you plug in the back. So very, very cool. I found that. Now, I did find some books. I know you guys are looking for books. I know you guys like collector's books and things. I did find another Collector's Encyclopedia of Depression glass. I think I already have this one. This is, what is this? Yeah, this is Jean Florence. There he is in the back. I know I sold one of these last week or the week before, but here's another one. I don't know. This is the 14th edition. I think I sold the 15th edition. So this is going to be very similar to it. And this is from year blah, 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 2000. So still fairly new. If anybody's interested in that. So being that I already had the 15th edition, I'll probably be bringing this to a sale if anybody wants. And it is hardcover if anybody's looking for one of these. Now, I don't have this book, so this is probably going to stay with me for my own references, but I found a Paden City book, and this is really, really cool. Catalog reprints from the 1920s, and it has images in here of one guy at the wheel doing the etching. Look at that. How amazing is this? It's got people from the factory. What a great book. Yeah, it's got pictures of some of the glass that they did. Just amazing stuff. All the stuff from their catalogs for the stores to order. I would imagine these would have been catalogs for like a department store to order. And what they want to have in stock. But really, really great stuff. Yeah. So I picked that up because I figured that'd be a good reference for myself. So I'm probably not going to sell that unless I have one upstairs. I don't think I do though, because I'm almost positive I don't have a Paden City. Then I found an Occupied Japan collectible, 3rd series, another Jean Florence book. And that's cool. And this has a lot of stuff in it. You know, like look at this, some like Christmas things and such. And again, I will bring these things to you guys if I don't already have them. If I don't already have them, I'm probably going to keep them. If I do have it, I will bring it to you guys, because I do use these as my references to figure out, you know, what things are when I buy them for my own references, because I like to use reference books. So if I don't have it, I'm going to keep it. If I do have it, I'm going to bring it to you guys. Look at this. Cobalt Blue. Now, this is a Schiffer book, and it has its price guide. Look at all the blue glass that's in here, guys. Look at this. For any of you guys that love blue glass, look at that. How neat is this? Isn't that cool? It's even got bottles in there. Really neat. 2nd edition. So, again, I'm going to check my supply upstairs and see what I have, or my library, I should say, and see if I have it. This video is going a little bit too long, so I'm going to just kind of speed it up a little bit. Found some records for you guys. I found Barry Manilow. I found Andy Williams. You've Got a Friend. The Barry Manilow one is called Even Now. You guys know that song. And I found this, I think I might keep because it's just so sweet. Are you ready for this? Helen Reddy Love Song for Jeffrey. And of course, the name is spelled exactly like mine. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And what's great is that the song after Love Song for Jeffrey is Stella by Starlight. And that was my grandmother's name. So kind of sentimental. So I'm guessing Helen Reddy, that was her son's name, Jeffrey, and there's a picture of her, and that's probably Jeffrey with her in the back. And yeah, so I can't wait to listen to this album. There's Helen in 1941, and that was the year my mom was born. Look at her. Yeah, there's some great pictures of her on the inside. Really great. Cinderella 1957, Jeff in 1957. Oh, so you know what? So 1957. So then I'm wondering if Love Song for, yeah, so that must have been her. Yeah, so that's not Jeffrey. That was not her son. That was probably her boyfriend or her husband was Jeffrey. Oh, it says, in memory of my mother Stella, my father Max, and my beloved aunt Helen Reddy. It's lovingly, gratefully dedicated. So I'm assuming Jeffrey was her husband or her boyfriend, 1974. I don't know. You guys probably know more, but I don't know much about Helen Reddy, but if you guys know about her, leave it in the comments below. Go for it. And with that, guys, that's about it. I just want to show you one other thing. Now, I told you guys that my brother in town here has been digging behind a garage that he's knocked down. Now, his house was built in the early teens, and the garage was starting to get very dilapidated, and he wanted to like knock it down, and he's going to build a new garage and the whole 9 yards. So he's been digging through some of the dirt and the sand behind the garage, and he's been finding glass, including marbles, which, if you didn't hear the story, he decided he was going to take the marbles and just throw them out into the woods, because he's like, what am I going to do with marbles? Well, I told him, I said, don't do that again. If you find any more marbles, save them for me. So I went over there and I went through some of the bottles, and I've got quite a few. And this is one of the bottles that I found, and it's citrate of magnesia, which they still make at the pharmacy. And it had its original porcelain top to it. Now, it had a metal clasp that holds it on, but unfortunately the clasp broke off. It was all rusted and nasty. So I took it off and I cleaned this as best as I could, and I just left it on the top. And the reason I love this a lot is that it actually glows. Hopefully you guys can you see that? Can you see the glow? This bottle actually glows. So I told him, I said, I'm gonna get you a black light, or I'm gonna go over there late at night one night and we're gonna go walking around, and I'm gonna see if we can see any more glowing glass. I bet he's gonna see quite a bit. We did find some. Unfortunately, the glass was broken, but so I'm gonna probably keep this for myself because it's kind of sentimental from my brother's house. So this is probably not going to come to a sale. But I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was kind of neat with a porcelain top on it. I thought that was really, really cool. So guys, there's so much more. Otherwise, this video would go way too long. We're already almost 45 minutes in. And I just want to thank you for hanging in there with me. And I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul. If you did, please leave a comment below. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I have live sales almost every Sunday, either 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight Time. And I would love to have you visit it. Even if you don't buy anything, just sit in the what we call the Lurkers Lounge and hang out and just watch the show. Chris is usually here with me, and we usually have our golden retriever, Toby, of course. Some of you know Toby, and he'll be here visiting too. And I believe this coming Sunday, which is I can't see the date, but what is today's date? I don't even know. I don't have anything in front of me, and I don't want to get up and look, but you guys know every Sunday I have a sale. So this coming Sunday, 7 p.m. This video will probably go out tonight or tomorrow morning. So the following Sunday, this stuff will probably, some of these things will probably be at the show. And I'm going to bring some, like I said, some of my autumn fall stuff, so you guys can get a little preview of what I'm going to have. So without further ado, I bid you adieu, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye for now.